foremost, I would like to introduce myself. The name given is Swaili Esmilia Bitashari and my student ID is 2025216268. So, on this beautiful day, I will present my individual self-reflection towards course MGT548 for Madam Norafati binti Ramaiha. In the first topic, I will discuss about organizational behavior. What is OB? Organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact that individuals, groups, and structure have on behavior within organizational. This is something I use very often in my daily life, and I believe everyone applies organizational behavior as well, especially when doing group assignment. As we know, every individual has their own personality, including their own strength and weakness. Therefore, based on MGT 458, group decision-making helps to create productive discussion which ultimately leads to good result and avoiding conflict. For the next topic, I will relate attitudes and job satisfaction to my real-life experience. As I have learned, an attitude consists of three components. The first one is affective, which is how we feel. The second one is behavioral, which is how we act. And the last one is cognitive, which how do we think. From my 4 years experience as a part-time production worker so far, effectively, I truly enjoy working here and I'm grateful to have a kind and understanding boss. It's also allowed me to make good use of my free time by earning my own income without interfering my studies. Recently, during semester 1 break, I used my time to work and was recognized by my boss for my effort. Cognitively, all of my hard work back then was really worth it. Behaviorally, feeling appreciated has kept me motivated to continue working here, which is why I have stayed for 4 years. Because of this experience, my job satisfaction increased and I actually delighted with this work, with bosses like them around and got to deal with different type of coworkers. This is how attitudes and job satisfaction directly influence me in real-life situation. For personality and value part based on Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or MBTI in Big 5 personality model. From the MBTI test, it showed that I was ISFJ. Although I am introvert, I enjoy trying different things, but I usually need quite a long time to recharge my social energy afterwards. When I do socialize, I prefer going out with people I already comfortable with and I tend to feel a bit awkward in one-on-one situation. Other than that, I'm also high in conscientious since I was the firstborn in my family. I have been used to taking on responsibility from a young age. My parents are also quite strict, so I have become a very disciplined and organized person, especially when it comes to time management, as they are very punctual. Besides, I'm also a high in openness to experience because I feel that my soul is full of art. I enjoy drawing because I believe it is the only way to express my feeling in a substance and creative manner. I also spend almost my entire day listening to music, even multilingual songs like pop, K-pop, Tamil, Hindi, Thai, Japan, and Philippine, because I find it calming and peaceful. I was also active in dance like Borea, cheerleading, traditional dance during my primary school years.
Oh,
But
wow!
as I became more introverted, I stopped participating in secondary school for a while and back on track in Form 6 where I perform a dance for Hari Raya and lead an aerobic session. For this part, I will discuss about perception and individual decision making, which is perception is the process of organizing and interpreting sensory information to understand the environment because people act based on their perception of reality, not reality itself. Perception are divided into three factors, which is perceiver, situation, and target. The perceiver refers to me, my feelings, value, and past experience. The target is what I am focusing on. The situation is the environment or condition at the moment. In my experience, the moment when I started my STPM, there were some days when I feel like quitting because of what people said, which constantly looking down on me for choosing STPM. Sometimes I feel like giving up. People said it was only 4 subjects. But for me, it was the hardest exam I have ever faced. I aim to get at least 3.5 pointer, but even reaching 3.0 is really tough. However, because of the encouragement I received, especially from my Form 6 teacher, which is I changed my perception. I even decided to repeat a papers, including those I have already scored A- or B+, just to achieve a better result. In the end, even I almost reached my target, all my hard work was really worth it. I felt so happy being able to go up to the stage, even though my parents were not there with me at the moment. This is example how perception can strongly influence our decision, especially during our lowest time in our life. Next, I will discuss motivation from the concept to application individual. It is the reason for people, action, willingness, and goals. Based on the Maslow theory, I think that my parents played the main part into my life, which is they provide my basic and physiological needs to support my entire life, which is their love, motivate me to study well and being the reason for my successful. The motivation sometimes comes from extrinsics, but at the end turns to intrinsics. So my parents will be forever my biggest motivation. In conclusion, organizational behavior is not only applied in formal organization, but also in daily life. This is evident in my part-time work experience as well as in my overall life experience. Understanding OB allows me to better understand myself and others more effectively.